Well, you know I got a one-track mind. I got a one-track mind. I got it. The girl when I was drunk off sleep, man. What up, Butterscotch? Know that we caused the problem, but you not a problem solver. That was Tristan. My leader's a shooter. Okay.
You jump in that water, you gon' be straight barracuda. We blowing through to get to it. Gon' be so down when we do it. And the streets gon' be
with it, little nigga, know what you doing.
All pursue me, they do me. Like I'm straight out of movie.
Okay. Let's get it. These bitches playing. These bitches been playing. Huh? Beating on my chest like who wanna fuck with gorilla.
I gotta put on my lab and see my white shoulder, my motherfucking white shoulder, dog.
Real niggas gon' bleed the pill. Next up a tequila club. Oh, honey. Let's get it. Yeah. Let's get it. Now, boom. On live, right? We live. Now, I know I done broke down a lot of the production. And I done said that a whole lot of people gonna be responsible for this shit. Y'all gonna tag them goddamn, y'all tag everybody to this shit, but there's a conspiracy. Now whether the nigga dead or not, I don't know. Whether she was playing a part or not, I don't know. If they did something to her, they did something to her on the cell, like I said. We can prove that by, not just by the ticket, but by them trying to put Jalen Ford or nothing. That is not Jalen Ford, that is Irene. Anything we came with to use, they were using for their advantage to keep this shit going. But Jalen Ford was arrested on the 8th. So how could goddamn Eugenia Walker be in there on the 9th with them if she was in a car accident with Jalen Ford? So it's still a conspiracy, but they got a problem with niggas who look through conspiracy. But what I'm trying to tell you, I need y'all to listen, man. I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to listen. I'm gonna play these. I want y'all to listen, man. That girl was never drunk. We ain't never see that girl with no fucking bottle, no liquor. We ain't never see her sleep. We ain't never seen her drunk. It's just what they saying. This their excuse. This I guess they story and they sticking to it. But listen to Irene right here, y'all. Listen.
The 8th was Friday, now we roll into the morning. On that morning, what made her exit that room?
They was gonna go. We like leave. Okay,
Whoa. So she like wasted now?
Yeah, she on the bed asleep now. Now she sleep. She got my sister sleep.
Was anybody touching her when she was asleep?
No, before this,
What up,
she
pal?
came at me like, Irene, you ain't finna turn up. This how you gonna get everything.
I think the girl she seen her sister Sakara, I think this Cookie Gleason ass walking in that water.
Wait till the next summer.
I think that Cookie Gleason fat ass.
She fall right into the line.
She injured herself.
No.
And over your right shoulder, Irene, is the bathroom and the door over there. But you're sitting on the same bed, allegedly, in the bathroom now to your left shoulder. Your left shoulder should been where goddamn Arnisha was sitting next to the nightstand at. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? That I do I dream about this shit. I know it. I know about my girl Kyra. Who don't Kyra? Show live. It show live. We just recapping big review. I said, boom. Irene, right shoulder. Bree come sit next to her right shoulder and said, two girls. So why come in Thailand, she sitting on the same bed? Kanika at the end of the bed, she supposed to be on the opposite bed, but even when she sat on the bed with her back to that bathroom like it's supposed to be, now the bathroom was over her left shoulder. Huh? Now the bathroom over her left shoulder. Some more production conspiracy shit fucking with these folks. That's why I be saying they knew they was in the production, man. That's why I say that. That's why I say they. That's why I say all of them. How the fuck y'all? Why y'all ain't saying nothing about this 924, 926 shit? I had got off that shit, but I'm back on the call. I'm like, how the fuck she in the same room? She in the room. She in Thailand. A lot of people think she ain't in Thailand, but she is. You can hear, could even talk to her and you can see in Charlo live with Tyrone walk past and Irene sitting right down in that bed. But why the fuck the bathroom ain't still on her right shoulder if it's the same room? Huh? Oh, okay. My name is unfair and I don't be giving a fuck about this shit. I'm just trying to tell you something. Real shit. Make it make sense.
She
Make
ain't
it make
just she
sense.
just fell to her like stomach to me. Ooh, yeah. I'm like, ooh, yeah. You did drunk.
Screw.
She lay on the bed. I'm so
I
sweaty like
call Marco right
she go to
shoulder. I
sleep.
should have been calling her ass
Go to
right
sleep.
shoulder up. That's her
Wake
name from
up.
now on, right shoulder up. Why the
This
fuck you
time,
got that
yes,
room
we
on
can
your
go.
left shoulder now?
Wake up.
If you ain't never
We
went
need to
nowhere.
go.
So y'all had both of
And
them
both of
goddamn
these
rooms for
motherfuckers
real?
initially, see, we gotta stick them to what they said in the beginning. Both of these motherfuckers initially said she got missing around Tucson. Listen to this shit.
If them leave back home, they enter it like to get a phone. Like, give me a phone.
Tucson would be
Like
the right
after
time,
she is.
according to Tad Light.
Come in, but we feel like Kanika gone. Kanika gone.
Whoa, hold on.
Then we gave their another hour.
How did she just?
Not to mention the fact that she said usually when Zach asked about
The
the
security
security
guard.
guard, she said usually she finna say usually something, but they don't know they ain't never supposed to be there. Look how Bree run around the hotel, know everybody. They've been there before. She said usually. I'm gonna play this one more time. I want y'all to hear this shit. This shit got me kind of mad.
Damn, she injured herself.
Nah, she
What up, MJ?
we feel like we finna leave. Picked up,
Hold up.
Whoa.
Hold up. I want to listen to the whole time.
lean back to the wall. Yeah, Kanika is over for you. You drunk. It's your bitch. You lit. Drunk. She ain't drunk. That's when you know Kanika. My birthday was on the 5th.
Okay. And then occurred on the 8th, September 8th. Okay. Wow. So when was it that you guys realized like, man, Kanika is lit? She
What up, Omega?
drunk, she wasted.
When we bopped. I know we bopped.
West side, y'all bop.
Yeah.
Sick
So
of my bop.
yeah, I see her. I look at her. She leaned back to the wall. Yeah, Kanika is over for you. You drunk. It's your bitch. You lit. Drunk. She ain't drunk. That's what
You seen her, but she was at the end of the bed. You facing the other way. Okay. All right.
you know Kanika drunk because she always tells us she not drunk.
Okay.
You drunk. That's when I know she drunk.
So at that particular moment, was she like stumbling, falling? Was people still trying to
Hey, what another?
She was all still dancing. I was like, she drunk, but we still dancing.
What led to Kanika Martin getting up and exiting that room on September 9th? Because right now the 9th is on that Saturday right now. So the 8th is Friday. Now we rolling to the morning.
Now she said they were still dancing now. They were still dancing, Barbara. Kanika was dancing. And supposed to be asleep. Then she gonna turn around and say Kanika was asking her to dance.
On that morning, what made her exit that room?
So they was finna go. We like we finna leave. We picked her up.
Oh, so she got wasted now?
Yeah, she on the bed asleep now. Now she sleep. She got my sister sleep.
Was anybody touching her when she was sleeping?
No, before this, she came at me like,
Like you said, you and your homeboy touch.
This how you gonna be on your
You
birthday?
said you and your homeboy
Like,
touch the down ain't working, nigga. Don't fuck
I
with
look, wait till the next song. My sister called over. She fall right into the lap.
Damn, she injured herself.
No, she ain't just
Damn,
fell
she
to the
injured
ground,
herself.
like, stumbled to the bed. Ooh, yeah. I'm like, ooh, yeah, you is drunk. She lay on the bed. My sister put her right there. She go to sleep. We need to pick her up. This time, I'm guessing they would go. We need to pick her up.
Right.
They took go. When we see them leave back the room, they entered and like to get her phone. I ain't like, give me her phone. I'm like, y'all finna go. She in. Come in, or we feel like, Kanika gone.
Alright.
Kanika gone.
Whoa, hold on. How did she just leave?
In these seconds, that's
In
what I'm
seconds?
saying.
She
Seconds.
fallen to the left. Oh, stop.
Okay, she sleep for a little minute, like 5 minutes later, they come. We need to pick her up. I got her phone though. This was the music playing off her phone.
Off her phone.
Kanika.
Okay.
So I had her phone. I give her phone. Y'all from the lead. She like, yeah, we is from lead. Next thing you know, I'm like, I'm looking for you then. And my police like, she missing. She missing.
Now check this out, y'all. Maya, Kanika, and Monifa is at the end of that goddamn bed. And I'm trying to figure out who the nigga is that's saying he called Bree like 3 times. I gotta figure out who dude is. But I want y'all to listen to this shit, man. I want y'all to listen to this shit and match this shit up. I want y'all to match this shit up. Y'all gonna have to listen to this shit though. And then match these voices up. Come on, goddammit. Come on, goddammit. Shit wanna play with me. Shit wanna play with a chick. They should have that shit play with me. Come on. Come on, bitch. Keep on filming now. Because it's not the security guard, it's the manager at the door. And when you hear she wasn't frozen, she suffocated and she got that head hypothermia because of the heat. That Topamax that they put on her ass, those found in her system. Allegedly, she had Topamax and ethanol in her system. And the hypothermia came from heat, not coldness. They switched that narrative. You gotta stick to what they said in the beginning, man. This shit won't even let this shit play. That little bitch. But that manager at the door, you can hear his voice. Is the same manager that made the phone call. You can hear him at the door. That's why I always say, good evening, my friend. That's what you hear the manager say at the door. Let me get this shit to work. Hold up now. Let me get this shit to pop. But you ain't the only one got a motherfucking goddamn Tyrell to you motherfucker. You go get another one. What's wrong with this shit? Alright, come on, motherfucker, play. Stop playing. First, hold up. I want to y'all. I'm good on Gucci. Pay attention to this shit right here. You look at the phone, what? Sean with y'all. I don't care. They can play. Pay attention to this shit. Bill, you see that? Hey, they finna get put out. He looking at it live. Wish I could see that original live. They finna get put out. Cause it seemed like he got there. I know they finna get put out for somebody knock on that goddamn door. But check this out. Man, that man ain't putting nothing in no Kanika joint. He put that shit in the drink and that girl was sitting over there in that chair. Come on, we gotta kill all them layers, bro. That old Kanika standing right there. Kanika standing right there. Next to goddamn Maya. Next to Maya. I need to see who that is on that wall. It's a dude over there who once I need to figure out who it is. But he put that shit in that drink and passed it over there. Then she passed it to her. George Smith, you gotta tighten up. Man, you want some more shit. See, them nails them niggas to put out here, they don't want to clean that shit up. Alright, man. Good evening, my friend. You hear that voice? Hey, man, I just told Time Wolf. Good evening, Fred. Good evening, Fred. That's that motherfucker Resco in that goddamn dope. That's the same one that called Officer Kitten Bell and was talking about Betty Green. Hashtag Betty Green, nigga. That's the same manager at that dope. That's the same manager that's a goddamn nurse. The same manager. Old Resco though. And he was part of another goddamn little foundation they had about neural brain shit. He a nurse. He fuck around. That nigga fuck all them motherfuckers now fuck around with his organ shit. Now I'm gonna goddamn show. Now pay attention, man. I'm gonna show you. And they ain't getting Kanika shit. You see that? He's snapping it. He putting that shit in that cup. He gonna pass it to the other side, dog. Damn. Pass the shit over that way. He didn't get her shit. Chief. He passed it that way. Towards the one to the chair where that girl being sat on that. Kanika standing over there by the door. He ain't passed her shit. He just got through fixing the joint right there. Gave it to them niggas that you hear here talking some goddamn Marco and Rob. You hear them niggas saying goddamn, I'm 63rd. Kiki, what you on, Pope? I ain't on that. That shit going on in the corner over here. Going towards that chair over there where that girl being sat on it. They cook with the other direction. Nah, ain't no 2 cup shit. She leaning across the bed looking for her shit. That shit go right there. Lighten that shit up, Fig. That shit go right there. Laying across the bed looking for her shit. The dude with the goddamn right there next to Peas, the dude she been sitting next to all night, is that dude in that dark blue. Man, I ain't trying to think about none of this shit. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to do something else, bro. You got to think about what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I done been through all them scenarios. They called it back and then they did it. Oh, we got right through all that. I'm saying what I see on this footage, bro. She right there. The girl that's in their chair, I done showed niggas who the fuck that is, bro. I done showed people who that girl in that chair, who the girl was sitting on. Then when Sinead went to the bathroom, she passed by Kanika and take it back to the same girl. Look, man, I'm gonna get out of the way, bro. I'm gonna get to the other shit. That should go right there. She ain't got no cup on her front. Look, that should go right there. God damn. Say that narrative for another day. I ain't got time for that. And one of those, you hear these niggas in here? Man, I just want one cup. What she got in her hand? She ain't got no cup in her hand. And remember, Kanique got 2 phones too. That's in the paperwork. She sipping out that Red Bull. She sipping out that goddamn Red Bull, and she got there looking for her shit right now. And while her watch on her right arm, my name be the right one. What the fuck going on? I'm gonna show y'all that she was goddamn. I don't know. I got a whole lot of shit I can say, but they looking for something right there. I just want one cup. Monique was already looking down. They looking down what they looking for. She just got to lean across the bed looking for her shit. See what I'm saying? She was already looking around. She ain't drunk. She ain't dropped no cup to my what is that or none of that. That's the motherfucker over there in that chair, man. Then that nigga asked Sinead, what you on, folks? I ain't on that. All that shit. Now check this out. Do what I'm trying to get to over here. I really just wanted y'all to hear her goddamn. Nigga, I just showed you the dude. Tear that shit off, spike the drink, pass that shit to the opposite direction to the girl who being set on in that chair. And I showed y'all 1,000,000 times who that girl is, who they goddamn get out here on this YouTube, Photoshop and play and create narratives and push shit and try to make that be Kanika in that chair. That is not Kanika in that chair. That is not Kanika who he passed that drink to. It went to the girl that was being set on in the chair. Now y'all gonna block that nigga. I read shit. Right there. John, what's up, folks? He speaks to John in that live at 2:46. So that will let you know what time this is. It's 2:46. Turn back around. Now listen to this shit. That's her talking. That Irene just said she was setting her gift with her birthday dance with me and all that shit. It's 2:46 now. She supposed to be missing at 2 o'clock according to these little bitches. You hear her saying, damn, Irene, it's your birthday. Get up and dance. Not now, get up and dance with me. She trying to get her to get up and dance. You don't want to dance? I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit. Listen. The girl wasn't never drunk or asleep on no goddamn bed, so that means they all conspired to tell this goddamn lie. Shit. What's up? Damn, I read it's your birthday. And y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta listen to the background. Y'all gotta turn y'all shit up and drown shit out and listen to Kanika, Maya, and Monifa. I gotta figure out who the other nigga is. Y'all gotta goddamn listen. Y'all gotta listen to what they saying. This girl wasn't never drunk or asleep. This girl asking for her phones and shit right now. What up, Tony? That white girl laying on the damn floor right there in the car with that. Well, I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to stay focused on this. Damn. There she go right there. There she go right there. And see, I used to think that they were saying they fucked up because they put her face in there. Cause she try to cover up her face, and she still be dancing a little bit with him. When she cover up her face, she still got a little rock on. She still grooving to the music. It let you know she ain't drunk. Just like Lenora said in the beginning. My sister was one of the ones that said the manager was at the door. She wasn't stumbling, doing none of that shit. Then they said she come up missing that two song. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't right. This what Lenora said at the beginning of this shit. She had to come up missing around some out of 2 or 3 something. This why she been missing since 2 something. That ain't adding up. She had to come up missing around 3 something. No, Lenora said. But he told Lenora, shit the fuck up, I believe. Trying to tell you. Now that should go right there. Them over said, they could be saying that girl over there in that chair fucked up. But I always thought something else when they said y'all just fucked up. Cause I don't think she supposed to be seen right there. That's just my opinion. But that's her ass right there though. And listen to what they say. Listen to Monifa say something about her fucking freeze and shit. Gotta listen. I ain't hear that, so you gotta drown this shit out and listen. I'm trying to get my ear beat. Y'all heard that? Y'all kids over them all. They playing in the freezer, man. Y'all don't hear that shit. Wish I could get my goddamn other ear to work. Had it be work. Hold up. She said, you got my phone? Call Bree Bree. You got my phone? Call Bree Bree. And the nigga said, I called that bitch like 3 times. Listen to this shit. Then the dude said again, I called her ass like 1 billion times or some shit. Listen. So what I'm saying to y'all, she wasn't never drunk, she wasn't never sleep, and she asking for her own goddamn phone right here at 250. And that's when them other 2 niggas come in the door. When they come down, not in the door, but they come down that walkway at 253, 252. The ones who came in there with them goddamn hoodies on. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing, but I'm just telling you. But that girl in her, she ain't drunk, she ain't sleep, she ain't not asking for her own shit. She asking about her phones, and I think she tried to call Bree because Bree allegedly got her keys there. Girl ain't drunk, girl ain't sleep. Monifa got that, if you listen to that goddamn conversation, Monifa got there talking her ass. Monifa talking to her ass about getting up out of there when they go. You hear her say, you got my phone, call Bree Bree. Monifa over me. Irene ain't tried to dance. She ain't trying to do. She ought to hide the fuck. Well, I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here. What? They got a play in the freezer, man. Somebody goddamn. Said somebody goddamn. I don't even talk about the freezer, man. They got a plant in the freezer, man. And one of them said, I've been outside. Then she said, you got my phone called Bree Bree. Girl ain't drunk, man. Said, you got my phone? Right before the girl said hello, there's a girl that said hello on Ty Live. She said hello. And Ty said, I'm right here recording on the phone. Right before the girl said hello on Ty phone, on Ty Live, you hear her say, you got my phone? Then the girl said hello, then she said, call Bree Bree. And then the dude gonna say, I called her like 3 times. I called her like 3 times. This is this shit. Somebody else said call Bree. Somebody else said call Bree. She said, I called that bitch like 3 times, 1 billion times or something. Called that bitch like 3 times. I called that bitch like 1,000,000 times. Called that bitch like 3 times. I'm gonna go back to when goddamn. I'm gonna go back to a goddamn Monifa say something about the freeze again. Why the fuck she talking about a goddamn freeze? About a plane in the fucking freeze? Right there. Right there. Hold up. My bad. See that? Y'all see that? I don't want to talk about the freezer, man. They been out playing the freezer, man. I've been outside. Man, tell me, y'all, hey, put an 8 in the chat if somebody. Anybody can hear that shit? On trip, y'all hear that shit? I want to talk about the freezer, man. They out playing the freezer. It's the same room. Nah, she hold her hand up to her face like she was trying to hide from the camera and shit. When she seen him recording, like she kind of hit her. That's why I said they said. I don't think they were saying the girl was fucked up. That's just my opinion right there. I don't think they were saying the girl fucked up. I think they were saying they were fucked up because they ain't need her on the camera right there. I don't know. But she tried to hide her face from the camera, then she started kind of rocking with the music. Then you hear she said somebody called in. I can't hardly hear what they were saying. Then Monifa break out and say, I don't want to talk about playing the freedom. Maybe not a plan to freeze. And the girl said, I've been outside. I don't plan no fucking freeze. I've been outside. So whatever, I'm telling you, ain't nobody standing there. I don't even see Charlo over there no more. Charlo supposed to be right there. That's what I think, Tank. Because I think Cockstar the one told him, man, y'all done fucked up. Because they fucking the times up on his video or some shit. Or live, I don't know. They ain't trying to get down and go to reaching and shit. Motherfucker go crazy. But I know I know I hear the girl asking about her phone and shit. And I know she's saying call Bree because Bree probably got her keys. And that's how it was when this shit first jumped off before all the extra narratives and all the extra line they were doing. Before they started doing all that shit, that's how it was when it first came out. So she tried to call Bree for them keys. And she asking for her phone. And then you hear somebody say, my phone, your phone, I got your phone. If you listen good, she'll say, if you listen good, after she say, you got my phone, call Bree. You'll hear after that, she'll say, my phone, your phone, okay, I got your phone. They get ready to go out the door. They get ready to go out the fucking door, and she ain't drunk or none of that shit they talking about. She's standing right there. The girl was drunk. That's their narrative. They want to push that she was drunk and fucked up. That's what they're telling you. All script shit, production shit, conspiracy shit. All these motherfuckers guilty, man. If they ain't guilty, but never goddamn lying. You lying, you guilty. Fuck all that. She said, get my phone. Once you say goddamn, you got my phone, call Bree. He said, I tried to call her many times. He said, get my phone. She said, I got your phone. So get my phone. She said, I got your phone. I'm telling you, I'm listening to this shit. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. I called her like a big time. Who is this nigga? Somebody he called her. I want to figure out who this nigga is. Somebody he called her. That Cockstrong, somebody on the side of that wall. They're playing the freeze. I don't think she's supposed to be seen, bro. I'm talking about the freeze, man. We out playing the freeze, man. I was outside. I called her like a million times, man. I know y'all hear this shit. Somebody, it always seems like they mess up something up right there where the scene and script. But that's all I want, man. I got down. That shit done crazy. That's that'll be, at this time right here, it'll be like 250 something. And you go and goddamn see one goddamn old boy them came in. They came in with some hoodies on. This was goddamn, this kind of goddamn, let's see. Let's see some shit. Let's see some shit. Let's see some shit. And then they goddamn, they had that room right there. That's that club. That's that club I've been telling y'all about right there. The 5-man club, the motherfucking wrecking back, all that shit. That club, that's the club right there. Them goddamn bird already own that motherfucker right there. Let's see, I found this goddamn screenshot. That's the pool area right there. Let's see, I find this goddamn. Let's see, I find the screenshot of them dudes when they first come in that bitch. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. See, I find that screenshot. Seen her last night. Yeah, but that girl ain't drunk. That girl wasn't nail drunk or none of that shit they talking about. But this shit, well, nigga, uh, there they go right there. Look what time they coming in, y'all. See that? That's at 153, but that's 253. That's 253 right there. She looking for her shit. She looking for a Paul. They get ready to come up, but they get ready to come up out the door now. See, I always think about Mike D and goddamn the other guy. Man when that said I forgot about these two niggas. See what I'm saying? But it's all crazy. It's all crazy because why they lying? Why she want cry? If she want laying across no bed, she want drunk and she in the expert on phone, that's a lie within itself. All of them sticking to a fucking lie, man. All of them. Then you hear the other two niggas in the fucking room, all of those bullshit. They got that production going on right here. This production come up they got going on. But I just put this out here goddamn for with Trey down goddamn try to match that shit up to how they gonna match it up. Because for one thing, the dirty shit is all over her pants go goddamn match up with that flower bed. The water, the wetness match up with goddamn that pool area. And the hypothermia match up with that goddamn freezer not working. The freezer was not working. These are things they said at the beginning of this shit. The freezer was not working. Then all of a sudden they got a manager coming through that motherfucker with a key, because they done convinced us by the key and goddamn checking the gauges. But they said goddamn, just remember they said that the goddamn camera hadn't been activated in weeks. I'm like, to know which one it is. The camera in that kitchen hadn't been activated for weeks because nobody goes in that kitchen and check no gauges or none of this shit. If the camera ain't been activated, the motherfucker who go in there and check the gauges, if he go in there and check gauges, the goddamn camera got to be activated for him to be going in there checking gauges. But then they turn around on the news and say the camera hadn't been activated for weeks because no one goes in that kitchen. And they don't go in there and goddamn check no gauges because the goddamn freezer don't work. The freezer wasn't on. It don't work. So they go back to them telling her initially that her daughter suffocated in the freezer. I got a screenshot from the shit I took yesterday about Topamax and what it do about hypothermia. I forgot how to pronounce the words. Y'all can look that shit up for y'allself. You know, I told y'all that Topamax can be used as an anesthesia. It should be used as a goddamn anesthesia. Where I got that goddamn? Where that nigga that? He was a big part. There was a lot of undercover motherfuckers. There it is right here. You see that shit? Oligohydrosis. Look that shit up. Oligohydrosis and hypothermia from the use of Topamax. They play that girl in that free super already was fucked up, in my opinion. I'm just keeping that on the surface. I feel like everything that happened had already happened. That shit happened on itself, man. That shit happened on itself. All them doctors and shit around that motherfucker, then her organs missing. Ain't nobody talking about if we in a goddamn organ infested community hotel. Why don't nobody focus on her organs being missing? Everybody wanna holler about the Kanikas and Kanikas. We talking about this Kanika, nigga. Her organs missing, nigga. Organs missing. That's a problem. That should be a huge problem. Her thymus and middle lobe of the law missing. And then, on top of that shit, hold up. Then on top of that shit, this is the one I want. Can I see? I don't think I can see it in that photo. Let's see, I gotta go find this photo right quick. They talking that motherfucking shit. Everything I looked up on old girl goddamn came out to be 100. And her doctor ended up being up there with the motherfucker with the nigga who goddamn supposed to be the motherfucker who came to collect the body. The Trillium goddamn gift of life network. Dealing with them organs and shit. Her doctor ended up being over there, and they try to watch all that shit. Fuck all that shit, man. I'm trying to see. There it is. There it is. I got this photo jazz for y'all. Look, see that shit? Them niggas went to holler about there with calm on that girl's stomach, all kind of shit. Yeah, you know, it depends on, you know, the level. It depends on the milligrams and the level that you take that shit, okay, you know what I'm saying? But that shit can be you. That video goddamn logic called itself taking from me about the mobile lab and all that shit. Man, I did some extensive research on that shit. Looked all that shit about writing that shit down and everything before I did that video. I put some information out about how they can use ethanol and Topamax as an anesthesia. I had all that goddamn I had all the book references, the medical book I got it out of it. I had all that shit in there. I had all that shit in that video. But then the hypothermia, dealing with Topamax and hypothermia, they say it caused you to stop sweating. You stop sweating. It caused you to go into hypothermia. So any kind of extreme weather, hot or cold, could cause hypothermia. And I think she got that. I think the hypothermia was caused from the goddamn heat, from what they initially said. If she died from hypothermia, if she wasn't already dead when they placed her in that freezer, if she ain't died somewhere and they went and placed her in that freezer, or when they got through, they had already just put her in the freezer, or they ain't get a chance to come pick her up. I don't know. It might be a whole big production. I don't know. But I know that right there is her incision, bro. That is not all that shit. She been raped and all this old. They you know what I'm saying? Did all this bullshit, 3 different fluids on her body and all that shit. They talking about that's a goddamn incision, bro. And you can see goddamn the other marks on her body from incision. But I ain't got the angle to find all that shit. Yeah, nah, ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. She wasn't frozen solid. The manager, if you pay attention, the manager the one told the damn police officer to say the shit. If you pay attention to the tape, the manager the one said frozen solid. Once he said he go on the microphone, he go on the goddamn trainman and said, yeah, frozen solid. Yeah, she's frozen solid. He ain't the one. He even said that. He listening to the goddamn manager. And then the manager that got all of a sudden when they put the footage out, he just come through there swinging the keys. You know, trying to keep it, you know, it's television. Trying to come through there swinging the goddamn keys. I don't know how that shit was. I don't know how they got her to the pool area or what actually happened. They was finna go. But when Lisa was down with the shit, her and Maya had to be down with the shit. Because for one thing, they lying about her being high and drunk. I always had a problem with them saying she was drunk and sleep. Because I always try to find signs of her being drunk and sleep. But I hear her at the end of the bed, and it matched up to what Zach was asking Irene about right before she left. And you hear her say, Irene, get up and dance with me. Man, now, why I got the way? It's your birthday. Man, you got my phone call, Bree. Finna go, y'all roll with me. We can't, something about, man, anyway, they were getting ready to she was looking for her phones, but she could go. Before she left out that room, not come back and ask for Kanika shit. She was asking for her shit before she left out that room. The freezer wasn't on. The goddamn freezer, the initial shit said the freezer went on. That's why they had to go back and that's why they had to go back and goddamn contradict everything Lenora had said, bro. Everything Lenora had said, including that the goddamn those people got in touch with her mama via telephone. She said, "I'm supposed to call her mama." Them folks called her mama and said that the fire department didn't find her, the employee found her because they was setting up their shit. They was setting up what they wanted the public to see. They murder mystery or whatever they had going on, but them motherfuckers lying, man. Too many lies. And this girl, shit, too many lies, bro. Too many goddamn lies. They knew it, yeah, some shit like that. I'm gonna listen to this shit again. This shit crazy. The girl was not goddamn drunk. I'm trying to figure out who the dude is. I tried to call her a million times. I called that bitch like 3 times. And the reason I keep on saying I want to listen and try to find out who the dude is, cause the voices sound like it is. He ain't there. Don't supposed to be there. Don't supposed to be there. I'm trying to figure out what dude that could be. See, man, if anybody got anything they can listen to that shit with, man, y'all can kind of, you know, saying, close your eyes and concentrate on what Tyrone and the dude saying. You don't really listen to all of it at one time. And then you go back and just focus in. You got to just focus in on what the girl's saying. But Tyrone is saying something to this nigga back here too. I remember back in the day I was trying to hear what he was saying to him too. But that's when I first goddamn told everybody about Cockstrong. I was the one trace Cockstrong all over the hotel and let everybody know he was in all those lies. I said, that nigga had all the lies. Then they took him and named him Big Swole and started saying all kind of other crazy shit other than what the fuck I was saying. Why nobody talking about no damn Big Swole or no Cockstrong until I went and found this nigga that, you know what I'm saying? I said, that's the dude that came in. And that's another thing. He came in. How the hell you come to a party before the guests get there? I mean, before the party holders get there? The party was supposed to be for goddamn Tiffany and goddamn Irene. Them motherfuckers was getting there before the goddamn party goers get there. And they was coming in that motherfucker with some people carrying boxes and all this old shit. Irene come there and like she don't know who the lady, the pink sweater is when she stopped to talk to that lady. Man, this a hell of a production, bro. Man, talk about the freezer, man. Every time I play in the freezer, man, I've been outside. I think that Maya saying I've been outside. I don't know, tripping to sound like that freezer hot or some shit. The freezer isn't high or some shit. What she say? I mean, it boy, you fucking know. Tired of trying to get his dad earbud to work. like a billion times. Man, that motherfucker Monique describing some shit about that freezer, man. I can't make out what she's saying. Something about high walls. That freezer was how the high walls, some shit. Listen. Something about us, that freezer, something about high walls. They go back. That freezer said that's how it was. That sounded like that girl said that freezer scene, that's how it was. That sounded like that girl said that freezer scene, that's how it was. That's what the girl said. That freezer scene, that's how it was. What else, Sass? That freezer scene, that's how it was. You hear this shit? That freezer scene, that's how it was. Hey, oh, hey, I was got this. Hey, man, what up, Cold Pepsi? Hey, I'm gonna get up out of this bitch, man. I hope they got there, get this video and fuck with it, man, and go back and listen to it for themselves, man. I'm telling you, that girl was never drunk. She wasn't never asleep. You understand? And that girl sitting there asking about her phone, and that girl sitting over there talking about a freezer, and some nigga saying I called her like a bitch. She was calling to bring me for her key. Remember, let's go back 2 years ago and remember how this shit jumped off. And it sounded like she said something about the freezer saying that's how it was, bro. That girl wasn't never drunk. That girl wasn't never. That's the proof right there. That's the proof that they been lying this whole time. Whatever they got them into and whatever they got going on, whoever the production, camera, all that shit was going on, that's the proof right there. That girl is not asleep, bro. And if anything happened to her, they down with this bullshit. Now, could they have, now, I used to think that girl in the church, she got fucked up, but she walked out of there. She walked out of there. I don't know, and then you gotta think about goddamn, even when Lenore goddamn was saying one thing, she was on script too, because she said, how was her hair when she left? She was flat ass, straight, whatever. Her hair was out. All the way she could have seen her hair all over the head was from the freezer pics. Because the girl on the gurney, hair ain't all over her head. And her hair don't look like it's wet. The girl on the gurney, hair ain't all over her head and her hair ain't wet. So what's she talking about? They reading scripts. What's she talking about? They supposed to be unthawed a goddamn body in a goddamn amount of goddamn 10, 15 hours. If they did anything to it, according to the toxicology report, but you know, you were dealing with a big corrupted place. So everything, only thing you can do is bust up everything they say. When they say something, you fact check it. When you fact check it, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. They said her goddamn thigh was in the middle lobe of the lung was missing. Teresa said, goddamn, the nigga never had no problem with her lungs or her heart. Or none of that shit. Or none of that shit. They zoned about it. They said, your daughter died in the middle lobe of the lung is missing. And we showing you in the freezer that girl got incisions on her body that has been sacrificed on the 7th. The fuck? At the time of the accident, not at the time of the accident, at the time between the Tyrone alive and her coming out of the elevator, too many motherfuckers in the hallway, Ratty. You got people still coming up to the party. This shit crazy, man. And then you know what? We listened to this shit way back in the day before. When they first started turning up, the enhancing the audio and shit. When they first started enhancing audio, we listened to all this shit. I always have talked about this shit. But I ain't never said that girl was drunk or sleep. Never. She was. She sounded like she said that free saying that's how it was. But it might not be what she said. I don't want to quote that. Hear that? That free saying that's how it was. I'll tell you. Got my phone, call Brever. They said, get my phone. I got your phone. I called about a billion times. That shit crazy. So she with pocket dips. That shit crazy, man. Oh, they got that listen to that shit. Somebody got a better shit to me. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I hear though. I know exactly what I hear though. And then if you listen to the manager voice, that's not why they try to change it to the security guard so much. When it was the manager that knocked on the door. It was the manager that knocked on the door. Why they try to change to the security guard so hard? Okay, the security guard came with that, so, but that was that manager. Around the time Kanika went missing, the manager knocked on the door. And it was just saying, I don't know where all my videos are, but I can't, I ain't got a computer market, I can't go shit like I want to, but this goddamn, the manager coming in, he would hear the manager when he said, good evening, my friend. That's the same exact voice. He might know what it is. That's the same exact voice when I got that the video and had him talking about
Betty Green.
Commander Betty Green. She said she was commander. He wanted to talk to officer. He called and talked to Officer Kittenbell. That's when we found Officer Kittenbell. She got down. That's the same goddamn voice. The manager. If your time said, there ain't no goddamn manager. Oh, that is the manager. When he said it is the manager, he hear his voice. The nigga said, good evening, my friend. Good evening, my friend. What did he say? Good evening, my friend. And then, if you listen to that voice, that's the same voice that called and asked to speak to Officer Kittenbell. And was talking about goddamn, what up, Andrea Queen? And was talking about goddamn, she called up there to my, she was going to shut the hotel down. If any information they had, they need to goddamn get in contact and get the information to her and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the same dude. That's Risco. That's at that dope. That's goddamn Risco Zoo Kitten. Risco Zoo kick at that goddamn door. My good evening, my friend. That ain't Daniel Pena. That's goddamn Risco. And he go back downstairs that morning and he called the police station, but he wanted to speak to a Pacific officer. He wanted to speak to Officer Kittenville. That's that same voice. The nurse nigga, the nurse dude, the one who probably got down was involved in goddamn organs coming up missing. The whole thing production. See what I'm saying? So they put all their ass and everything we already said. I just want to mess it up for Trey them because they goddamn time linked up and that girl ain't goddamn in that motherfucker. I just want to bust their ass up like I do, bust their ass up a little bit more. Bust their ass up a little bit more. And they got the time show Matt and then just in case that girl is fucked up, bro. Like I said, either they sacrifice her for the organs or they faked us out. But goddamn it, that girl goddamn ain't laying across no bed to sleep. That girl asked about her shit. And right after that, they left out that room. There's like 2:49. 2:49. So by the time they get to getting the phones and all this shit, they walk out that door together just like they said in the first place. The only thing about when they walk out that door in the beginning, they was not saying nothing about Maya. They wasn't saying shit about Maya. It was always goddamn Monifa and Kanika in the beginning. Monifa and Kanika left together. Then they was saying somebody they separated and went this way and went that way and came back. That's how that story was at first. And then they asked Monifa so many questions to the point she was like, shit, Teresa know. I never forget what she said that shit. Teresa know. I like, what the fuck, damn, hold up. Damn, she ain't want to ask no more questions to her. Well, like Teresa know. Like, damn, she get a little smart. I remember that shit. Like, Teresa know what the fuck wrong, man. Later, mama, later, daughter listening. You talking about Teresa know? What Teresa know? Shit, we need to know what Teresa know. I remember that shit. I was very inquisitive and shit. Too many lies. So they let you know who they work for. All don't work together. All don't work together, man. It was a goddamn shame with that girl. According to real life.
All don't working together, man.
Real life and how this shit goes. It's a damn shame they goddamn sacrifice that girl like that. Cause they'd have been busted about the 8th. They'd have been busted about the 8th and shit, the 7th. Going to the 7th. That married to the B shit. That was goddamn. I sure don't want to be real. I wanted to be living. I've been told y'all that shit. I rather goddamn she went and made a fool out of all of us and she be somewhere living. That would be my choice if I had a choice. I'd be upset a little bit about being fooled, but I'd be happy to know that she was somewhere living well and good. Hell yeah, but shit, that might not be the case because that ritual called for her to goddamn be married to that beast on the 7th of September. Around 3 a.m. in the morning when they get down. That goddamn girl. And then, I don't know if these lies been goddamn plugged or manipulated or whatever. I ain't never looked into that shit, but I heard people saying that it's possible they can trick them lives and have different dates on them, all that shit. I don't know, man. But according to that goddamn script, that goddamn girl was not asleep. That girl ended up asking for her goddamn keys and her phone. She ain't say nothing about no keys. She said call Brewery. But I'm saying she said call Brewery because she want them keys. I believe Brewery had them keys. And then they went to talk about.
That's the way you're locking her down. I have my key. That's who locked her down.
That's where the key came. That's where the key.
The motherfucker who got the key, one who got her stuck there and locked her. Who setting her up? Brewery, you set her up, bitch.
Dr. Ali said something about.
You ain't got to the funeral and go to fall and all that and shit, bitch. Nobody never talk about your ass. Come on, y'all got 2 girls.
Monifa asking that security guard to unlock that goddamn kitchen so they can put her friend in the freezer to cool off. I don't know. He ain't never present that shit. If he did, I went over there. I didn't catch the live. He said that shit. I don't know. But
Part of the keys she had.
soon as the movie start, you got the manager coming across the kitchen, swinging his keys and shit. You don't need no keys. You don't need no keys. All you gotta do is go open that goddamn weekend freeze up. That's what I'm talking about, cold pistol. You would never know evidence of her being asleep. You would never know evidence of her being asleep like they saying. So the kids lying like a motherfucker. They lying. They part of this shit. Our profile does we get. Our profile never. For real, for real. Cause it meant to do exactly what they're doing, man. Psychological operation. Get us all emotionally tied up in this shit. Then we don't pay attention to what's really going on in real life. Yeah, nah, them all got that new Cadillac and everything that pulled up on pop. That shit, all that shit ain't match up. The rims was different than everything on the BMW. All that shit ain't even made no sense. They just put a goddamn photo out for 2020. Run on gymnastics. Yeah, hell of a program. Hell of a program, for real, for real. That shit, I thought about that shit all last night in my sleep. Like, but I had been saying that girl wasn't sleeping drunk, but I wouldn't sleep. I listened to that shit before I went to sleep. I'm like, man, that motherfucker talking. But you know what? 2 years ago, we was already saying something good. I had said something about a month or two ago. I was like, man, I remember talking about the freeze and everything, but I can't remember which live it was. I can't remember what it was, an Irene live or Tyrone live. But what Monique was saying something about a damn freeze and all that shit. Shock value. According to the script, they got down led her ass down to the goddamn somehow. See, you go from that part of the script to what Zach saying she was out there. Remember I was saying that she wasn't in the hotel, she was outside the hotel somewhere. When I was talking that mobile lab shit. And then Zach come back saying she was out there. It was evident she was out somewhere once they seen the pictures. But I had been telling them, oh, man, they didn't have girl in that hotel. Oh, no. But he said she was out there fighting for her life. Out where? She was out where? She was out where fighting for her life? She was out where? And then some other YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, they were doing good jobs investigating shit. I think it was, I don't know, it was one of those troops. I don't know if it was Chasing Truth, they were saying, they were putting together that parking lot scene with that flower bed. Somebody was putting together this, somebody, them going down to the parking lot to meet somebody or some shit, it was somebody that flower bed where that dirt was in. Somebody was talking about that dirt, and they could have drove up right across that motherfucking park. They could have drove up right across there, and not come back in that door and went through them other doors. But saying like the pool would have been locked, and they had keep it. But if it was a goddamn, if it was planned, they could have went straight. Pain Truth, that's who it was. Pain Truth, man. Pain Truth do some. Man, I got to go back and look at Pain Truth videos. Pain and Truth was goddamn putting out some good ass information, boy. That's who it was, Pain and Truth. That's who it was, Pain Truth. I know it was some kind of truth. She was putting out some good. She did good work. Pain Truth, the PT. Yeah, she was doing some good work. She the one broke that shit down about that flower bed and something about the park. I'm gonna go back and look at that shit. I think I'm gonna go try to find out channel right now. And I'm gonna leave y'all like that, man. The truth don't need no help, man. That girl wasn't sleeping, she wasn't drunk, so that make all the motherfuckers once again goddamn guilty. And y'all make sure Trey and goddamn my nigga Rebel get this right here, but they can go listen to that shit. That girl ain't drunk, and that time match up 250 something. It's in my video somewhere where you'll know goddamn when I messed it up cause when he said John John, what the fuck? I know that was at 246. So that's the time. I think
John
John
John, what
Q
up,
said his
folks?
eye ended at 249 or some shit like that.
John John, old foreign nigga, too. All them niggas after. Trying to pay one
So that
line,
shit
line
match
on
up.
nigga.
That shit match.
Trying to pay one line on nigga. Now, I'm out this bitch. Good morning to y'all. I'm talking about everybody done dip. It was a good thing at the end of the eye. Shout out to my motherfucking folks came to the bitch. Special shout out to motherfucking Kayla. She don't bullshit. She don't bullshit. She don't bullshit. Now, now, now. Irene with his right shoulder. I got down here Marco with his right shoulder up. Now I gotta throw her right shoulder up. Because the bathroom is on her right shoulder. In her lab in them shades. Huh? So now I gotta see about this reverse technology and how this shit work with the left and the right when you doing a live, cause I don't get it. I don't get it. If her back to the bathroom, her back is to the bathroom, she facing towards the window and the back her back to the bathroom. And you see Kanika and Irene and Mike Bibby there over her right shoulder. And Bree come sit next to her on her right shoulder and said two girls. But then when you go to look at Chalo live and see what Tyrone that she's still on the same bed. Got me saying she switched bed. Now you still on the same bed, got the bathroom to your back, but not the bathroom is to your left shoulder. And that man with that black shirt, that that Monifa sent you that footage of that basement, and that man had that black t-shirt on, that motherfucker in that room with y'all. Fuck wrong with y'all. That motherfucker in that black t-shirt, when you goddamn told Monique, shit, bitch, you might as well go and fess up now. That basement footage that she sent you, or that morgue down there, you told her she need to go and fess up now, right? That motherfucker walking with that black t-shirt on. There's a motherfucker in that room, a white boy in that room with a black t-shirt on. I always just say he was a security guard, but he just had on a black t-shirt. A black-haired white boy with black t-shirt. A black-haired white boy with a black t-shirt. How the fuck is your shoulder on the wrong side if it ain't two different rooms, my nigga? How the fuck is your goddamn shoulder on the wrong side if it ain't two different rooms? I try to give y'all benefit of the doubt. 926, 924, just put y'all right there next to y'all. So when that shit first came out, I kept on saying, damn, she Monique like she coming out of another room. But they was trying to figure this shit out. But it's 2025, I'm saying, goddamn, your left shoulder, baby. Right shoulder, left shoulder, yeah, that's your new name, shoulder. Cause your left shoulder turned into your right shoulder and your body twisted. You like they fucking with you on the ramp. You look like goddamn Maya on the motherfucking ramp with her body twisted around, walking up the ramp backwards. Yeah, that's what you like sitting on the bed right there and Chalo lie there. That's what you look like. But it might just be a camera thing, man. Cause I went through this shit one time before with some camera shit, and the camera be reversing and shit. But that shit don't look right. That shit don't look right. Go back, turn to this motherfucker. This should be your right shoulder right there. Your right shoulder, goddamn. When you went live over your right shoulder, we can see the goddamn bathroom, but over your right shoulder. And then when we look at you, it's your left shoulder to this way. Y'all in two different rooms or what? Y'all in two different rooms or what? Or is it just a camera glitch? Somebody goddamn practice and go get their camera and play with that bitch and tell me am I tripping, man? Cause I like to keep strong points in my repertoire so I can, you know what I'm saying, body blow a bitch out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit a nigga hard when I say something. But that's weird, man. Just go look at it. I get tired on man. Like, once I learn how to scream again and shell shit, I'll be alright. I just my shit won't stay. My shit, I don't know why the OBS. I don't know how to get in that bitch and make that motherfucker let me get in there. I don't know. I might have just gone buy some of that screaming shit. Pay a little more money. I don't know if I can't get down go live like I want to and present my shit. That's why we just letting that shit play. Anybody who interested, they'll get it. But it's two different rooms. I hate to say shit that ain't true, but her left shoulder. Man, when they called it go her left shoulder, they twist her whole around like they twisted my mouth on around. They twisted your ass around. Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. And your little, and your Arnisha, y'all do more than we. Y'all do more than we. I proved that in that goddamn them glasses. You made make sure Arnisha got it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm finna say. You went live on Monifa page. Then y'all left out that bitch. You swear you ain't never go nowhere, but y'all left out that bitch, came back, you talked to that lady down in that pink door when I seen your shoes go from red to white. Talked to that lady, then you had like told the Lord, like you didn't know who the goddamn lady in the pink shirt was. And we know who her partner was, Carstrong. Carstrong sitting there running everything for Von Treek and that lady. Carstrong got a lot to do with Nick. Everybody jumped on Carstrong and jumped on that shit. But them niggas ain't the one when they found Carstrong, they were unfair. They were unfair, put that nigga head, well, unfair, I found that nigga, there you go, bow, got him, there you go, bow, bow, chase that nigga around the hotel. Everybody know what the fuck going on except unfair. What I'm trying to tell you is now, I'm thinking they had been up there. I've been saying, man, folks been up there, they been up there, come down here, hello, yeah, I need you to come on down here and do this thing, come on down, there's some shit like that. They been up there. Why come goddamn Kanika auntie coming off that motherfucking elevator with her big mouth ass? She ain't saying that to nobody. Her little niece, her mouth bigger than Teresa. That girl got a big mouth. I fuck with her, I ain't got mad about it, but she ain't bashful for motherfuckers. She talk that shit. And so if you up there this time when you come out of the elevator, why you ain't got no reports of you bumping head with these folks and asking these folks some shit about your niece? You coming up out the elevator looking crazy and running back up at that bitch. Everybody come out that bitch realize they on the wrong level. Get the fuck with them down that bitch. For a long time I thought they were lobby level. But that elevator to her coming off on the basement level. That shit crazy. On the lower level. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. But I read. Y'all had two different rooms and two different parties. That's what people been trying to say the whole time. Cause your left shoulder up, bitch. Excuse me. Let me go. I said, truth don't need no help. It ain't gonna bend, break down, fall. Huh? Y'all know what I said? What I said? I said, boom.